Sebastian?
Very good. How are you?
I'm not too bad, thanks. What time is it where you are?
Just a little past 7 a.m.
Jeez. I don't imagine you get up that early too often.
Actually, not far from it. I'm very productive and creative in the morning, so when I'm working on albums and music, as soon as I just wake up and I'm still in bed, there's music in my head, so I need to go in the studio and sort of work that out.
Well, I think you're the opposite to every musician I've ever met.
I believe so as well.
But look, that's not a bad place to be in. And Mr. Nick Cave as well. He's someone who likes to get up early and produce, and so you're in good company.
Yeah, to me it's weird. Like when people say, "Hey, do you want to work tonight?" I'm like, "No, I've been working since 8 a.m. I'm burnt now. I just don't do anything anymore."
So how does that work when you're working on material with the rest of the band? Is the rest of the band like that as well, or is this just you?
Well, I guess maybe for the first few hours it should be, but when we do work on band stuff, everybody sort of comes up with ideas on their own and sort of throws them in the pot until they turn into songs. So it doesn't really happen that we all get together in a room to write a song. There's just too many ideas flying around. So you need at least a little bit of time to develop what you're hearing before you share.
Yes. Well, fair enough. And now, just looking at your own website, it looks like you're up to recording some of your own material at the moment.
Actually, I'm producing for another artist. Her name is Andy, and it's going to be really cool coming out next year. We're working on the album right now.
Fantastic. How's that all going?
Very good, actually. I found something I can do in my time off, so it's very fun.
Well, fair enough. And I know you released your own album a few years ago. Have you got anything else in the works for yourself, or anything like that?
No, I think right now I'm getting my fix. I'm getting my fix working with other people and with everything. The whole plan is about to be with a new album and all that stuff. I'm good actually right now.
Well, fair enough. Well, when it comes to Simple Plan, where's all the new music sitting right now? Have you started recording, or have you just been writing? Where's everything sitting at the moment?
We're writing. We're definitely writing. We're starting writing actually. We had shows all summer. I know it seems like it's been a while, but we have it's a blessing, but sometimes the curse of having a lot of places to go when the album comes out. So it takes us about a year and a half of touring before we can even think about the next song. And it's been just that now. It's been just over 2 years, so we're definitely writing for the next one, and hopefully hit the studio next year, and have a release as soon as we can.
Fair enough. Well, I'm sure the fans are eager for it, and but I guess you're at the point now where you've released more than enough material that you can certainly take your time if you need to.
Yeah, I mean, there's never a good time to put out a bad album, so we'll definitely take our time to make sure it's awesome.
Well, fair enough. And you've got a few dates coming up. It looks like you've got a date in Mexico about to come up, and then you're back to Australia for the Warped Tour.
Yeah, that's going to be great. We're very excited for both Mexico and the Warped Tour, but you guys don't get it too often, so to be able to share the stage with awesome bands, but being down under with our great fans is going to be a good show.
It certainly will, and I mean, you guys to call you veterans of the Warped Tour is probably an understatement. I think you've played about as many Warped Tours as you possibly could over the years, in America at least. What have your experiences on that circuit been like over the years, and what can we expect from the Warped Tour here in Australia?
I mean, we're not no effects on Penny Wise. I think they are the true veterans of the Warped Tour. But
you're up there though.
Really, yeah, we're not there, I guess. It's definitely a very, very fun tour, and for the bands, because you get to hang out with just a bunch of other bands that either
for you in that respect?
I mean, it's always a lineup that's the cut. I remember the first World Tour I ever went to was in '94, and No Effects, Lagwagon, Strung Out, Offspring, I think Sugar Ray was on there, Skid Rock, Limp Bizkit. That was a year when everybody was unknown and everybody was on one. So it was just such a good year, and I saw so many great bands.
Talk about it coming full circle. You're now performing with Offspring at the Warped Tour in Australia.
Yeah, and we actually just did them last year or a couple of years ago. We played some festivals, and it was just, like every single song is a massive hit. It's crazy. It's such a great band.
Yeah, I mean, they were out here early this year, and I grew up in Southern California, so Offspring and No Doubt and bands like that were the bands that I was listening to in the mid '90s, and it was the first time I'd seen them, and they got me more rambunctious than I think any band has in recent memory.
I know, they start playing songs from Smash, and you're just like, man, I'm 15 again.
It's like that. The Offspring and Weezer I've seen for the first time in the last 12 months, and both times I became a 15-year-old again. It was fantastic.
Yeah, I agree with that, and I know exactly what you're saying. We just played with them Weezer in Japan a few months ago, and it was epic. It was epic to see them. It really is a great. Their set list is just the greatest shit. It's crazy.
It is. I mean, even if they played songs that were just their own personal favorites, it would still be a greatest hit set.
Yeah.
And I mean, for you guys now, when you're touring and for these upcoming shows, what can we expect from them? Will you be teasing us with a bit of new material along the way? Because you have toured the latest record in Australia already, haven't you?
We have. It's we're kind of I wouldn't say we're lazy, because that's not it, but we much prefer writing over rehearsing. So if we're only started writing, I don't think we're going to pause for 2 weeks to learn a couple of new songs. But you never know. Some songs could be easy enough that everybody will pick them up real quickly, and we won't need much. Maybe a few sound checks at the beginning of the tour, and then we'll be able to play it by the end of the tour. But I'm not making any promises, because we don't have anything new that's worth sharing right now. But we do have a few unreleased from Get Your Heart On that would be fun to put out. So we never know. But the show, actually, with 4 albums, other shows sort of turned into a Simple Plan finish as well. So it's definitely just a fun show with old songs and new songs, and we try to mix it all up. And we want everybody to sing from top to bottom.
Well, fair enough, and I mean it's you're at the top of the lineup here, so I think everyone's gonna be holding out for you the whole day. So I think they're gonna be a fun run of shows.
Hopefully they will. The Australian crowd never disappoints.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. How many times have you been down here now? It's been a few. I mean, it's infrequent, but it has been a few.
At least a dozen times, I would say. We do come at least once, honestly, at least once or twice per album. Sometimes even 3 times, like this one. This is going to be the 3rd time on Get Your Heart On. And, we came right before it came out, and we came back for a proper tour, and now we're back for Warped. So, I would say at least a dozen times, and, we have friends. We have some fun places to hang out to, and it's just, it's all still like home.
Yeah, well, I mean, there are very few bands like yourself that come down here that often, so I have no doubt that the fans very much appreciate that.
Very cool, and we appreciate them. That's why we come to see them a lot.
Now, the weather where you are right now, I imagine it's starting to get a little colder, so it's still nice and warm this time of year for you, isn't it?
It is getting a little chillier though, like a couple weeks ago it was definitely mid-20s, now it's, like 16 to 17, and the nights are getting, like around 5 or 7 degrees. It's getting a little bit chillier, so definitely at the end of November, beginning of December, we'll be happy to come see it.
That was certainly what I was getting to. You're going to be escaping a bit of the cold there.
Yeah, it's crazy because we always figured we would tour Canada in the summer and the States in the summer, and then go to Australia and Asia in our winter for your summer.
because you are coming down here, you know, once you get back home after that, is that when you think when it's winter at home, is that a good time to sit down and record, or is that more a time for family and to kind of get away from it all?
No, actually, we sort of stopped touring heavily last November, and then we've had shows like every other week. We've had shows all throughout the spring and the summer. So right now, everybody's kind of rested, so everybody's ready to work. There's definitely something fun about when it gets cold. There's been an early winter light song that works. I think that's why there's so many great Canadian bands. Yeah, we'll let it stick to when we have the songs. It's basically our motto, you know. If we don't have an album, then we're not going to get in the studio. So we'll see when that is.
Well, fair enough. Well, we look forward to hearing what comes next from you. And look, I think these shows are going to be so much fun. It's been, I think, a decade since Warped was last in Australia, so it's going to be great for fans of Warped, and obviously a lot of kids who've never got to experience it before are going to get a good taste of the music they love.
Yeah, they'll get a taste of what we've been doing for the past 15 years, which is going to work. So it's going to be awesome.
It's going to be great fun. Well, I wish you the best on it, and I look forward to seeing you. I look forward to seeing you down here at the time. And thanks so much for taking the time to talk to us today.
Of course, and so do we. We can't wait to do that.
All right, mate. I appreciate it. We'll speak to you soon.
Bye.
All right, cheers, bye.